Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the next episode of Supernatural Season 3. Last episode we watched Sin City, which was about the demons that were making that town sinful, and that was kind of all they were really doing. There was a guy that was profiting off it with the money and stuff, but he wasn't really a massive part of the storyline. He was there, but nothing really amounted from it. The main focus really of the episode was when Dean and Casey got locked in the basement together, and they kind of bonded, and she talked to him about hell, about how demons don't want to be there, and how with everything that he's done in life, with him and his family, when he gets to hell, as bad as it is for demons, it's going to be even worse for him because he sent a lot of people down there that are probably not very happy with it. And it just kind of raised a lot of questions about hell, and we kind of saw Dean slowly crack a little bit from the whole, yeah, I'm fine, I'm going to die in a year, which we knew was kind of a cover, a front, but this was the first time we really saw that front start to slip a little bit. And also Ruby did say that Sam's going to have to do some bad stuff along the way. Again, I'm really interested in what this mystery means, who she is. We know she's a demon, she has a lot of knowledge. We still don't really know why she's helping. We don't know how she knows what she knows. We don't really know how she's going to help. Like, she said, I'm going to stop. I'm going to help you, Dean. But we don't know what that means yet. So, yeah, interesting. I'm excited to see where that goes. And I wonder if Bella's going to turn up again. I got the hints from some comments that she's a recurring character, which I hope she was. So, she might have returned for a while, but anyhow, we'll see. This episode is called Bedtime Stories. I think maybe it could be, maybe not a comedy one, but an episode maybe about children's nighttime fears that come to life. So, monsters under a bed. Do you see trees outside your window that look like monster arms? Maybe something like that. That's a completely random guess there. Bedtime Stories. There's a weird Adam Sandler film called Bedtime Stories, I think, where he read stories and they came to life. So maybe it's like reading a book to kids and they come to life. Maybe something like that. We'll have to see. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please let me know what you think down below in the comments. Subscribe for the rest of Series 3 Supernatural. And also, there's a Patreon link down below if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, as well as the next few episodes already on Patreon. Because with Supernatural, Patreon, it's a few weeks ahead. So check it out. Let's jump into Season 3, Episode 5 of Supernatural, Bedtime Stories. Once upon a time, all the homes were built this well. Could be werewolves again, because they sound kind of like wolfy, but taller than a wolf would be. When's it gonna attack? Oh. What is it? I think gone, mate. Unfortunately, the chances of you getting away are very slim. I wonder what it is. It's fairy tale music.
The cult now.
Sam,
we can summon the Crossroads demon.
We're not
pull the
summoning
governor
anything.
and force her to let us
I
out of
know
the
if
deal.
that'll work.
Well, then we'll just shoot her. If she dies, the deal goes away.
We don't know if that'll work either,
don't.
Sam. All you're pitching me right now is a bunch of ifs and
Yeah.
maybes, and that's not good enough, because if we screw with this deal, you die.
And if we don't screw with it, you die.
Sam, enough. I'm not going to have this conversation.
Why? Because you said so?
Yes, because I said so.
Well, you're not dad.
It's kind of Dean's choice, though. As much as I get wanting to save him, I'm not saying Sam should stop trying to save him. If Dean won't want to talk about it, it's Dean's choice. Also, shooting the Crossroads demon sounds like it wouldn't work.
The lunar cycle.
Seems too easy.
Look, if it is a werewolf, we don't have long. Moon's full this Friday, and that's the last time it changes for a month.
2 days, no sweat. I'm Detective Plant. This is Detective Page. We're with the county sheriff.
Plant and Page.
Yeah.
Oh, he did survive.
Did they seem animalish?
Excuse me? What about his teeth? You notice anything strange about him?
No, they're just teeth.
Oh,
Teeth. Okay.
she was just a person.
Fingernails.
Okay, look, he's just a normal guy with normal eyes and teeth and fingernails. He killed my brother. How would you feel?
Awkward.
Can't imagine anything worse.
So pretty. So easily get distracted.
There was one more thing. He had a tattoo on his arm of a cartoon character. It's the guy who he's chasing the Road Runner.
Wile E.
What a
Coyote.
coyote.
Yeah, that's it. Don't I get to see it?
Yeah.
You drawn like a stick man.
Yeah, it's a, work in progress.
It's really.
Boy, this is a piece of.
What's with his toads?
Really?
Yeah, I keep
It's in
putting
2
it
now.
better.
I like his music. It's very like mystical, but in like a light-hearted way. Like I say, like fairy tale Disney sort of stuff.
Civilization.
Cabin in the middle of the woods.
God.
If there's like a witch here who makes things out of house, it would be a gingerbread house.
Are you two doing okay?
Okay. Don't do it.
Really deep into the woods. Nice work, Ken.
Ken.
Would you like to come in and rest a bit?
No, don't do it.
Can you run?
Stop. Please, you have to stop. Don't worry. Everything's fine. You just hold still now, dear.
Oh God. Okay. Who's she? What's going on around here?
Dr. Garrison?
What the hell's going on here? My whole town's going insane.
We'll let you know as soon as we do.
Did you find a little girl there?
Oh, she did see her.
A little girl. At the house?
I thought I saw her outside the window. She just disappeared,
Okay.
vanished into thin air.
Yeah, I'm more and more convinced that this little girl is
Must have been a drug.
somehow behind it.
Disappearing girl, what did she look like?
Thinking about fairy tales.
Oh,
I
that's
bet.
nice. You think about fairy tales often?
No, Dean, I'm talking about the murders. A guy and a girl hiking through the woods, an old lady tries to eat them. It's Hansel and Gretel. And then we got the 3 brothers arguing over how to build houses. Attacked by a wolf.
3 little pigs.
Yeah.
Actually, those guys were a little chubby.
I never thought about
But
3
I thought
little
all those things ended
pigs
with,
attacked by a
everybody
wolf.
living happily ever
That
after.
is
No,
great.
not the originals. See, the Grimm Brothers stuff was kind of like the folklore of its day, full of sex, violence, cannibalism.
The originals are
So you think the
freaking
movies
awful.
are,
Really
a
awful.
reenactment?
Some of them are so depressing.
Cool. You know how many were little girls with black hair and pale skin?
0.
0. You don't know how many little girls with black hair and pale skin that have gone missing? Right again.
0.
Zip, zilch, nada. Think that's what this kid is doing? Sending Wolf Boy and Grandma into trances, making them go kill crazy.
I wonder what fairy tale they hit next then. If they've done 3 Little Pigs and Hansel and Gretel, maybe like
Fairy tale trances.
Goldilocks,
Bizarre even for us.
Princess and the Frog.
I'll tell you one thing, there's no way I'm kissing a damn frog.
Hey, check that out.
Yeah, it's close to
Pumpkin.
Halloween.
Cinderella.
You remember Cinderella? With the pumpkin that turns into a coach and the mice that become horses?
Oh.
Dude, could you be more gay?
I did not like that. I mean, I've heard people say that the show has a lot of gay baiting and kind of isn't most inclusive at times, particularly in early seasons. But things like that I really don't like. Not I'm taking it as a gay person that isn't offensive, but it's like, why does knowing about very famous fairy tales make him gay? And it kind of makes Dean sound kind of homophobic, which I don't think he is. I blame the writers. But it didn't sit right with me. People like me have spent enough time of our lives being ridiculed and beaten down to then be used as a punchline and a joke about fairy tales. That's really put a sour taste in my mouth.
My stepmom, she just freaked out, screamed at
That's
me.
what it's Cinderella.
Chained me up.
Where is she now?
I don't know.
Same. you?
Well, Snow White. I kind of feeling she might have been some sort of Snow White homage because she was like pale skin, dark hair.
I think it's Snow White.
Snow White. Oh, I saw that movie. Oh, the porn version, anyways. There was this wicked stepmother. Whew.
Of course you did.
There is a wicked stepmother, and she tries to kill Snow White with a poison apple.
And poor Dr. Garrison, he just won't give up on her.
Was Kelly one of his patients?
No, his daughter.
Here we are.
Here we go.
Just press the latch, called out the grandmother. I'm too weak to get up.
Thank you so much.
So he's the guy from the beginning.
So the huntsman took a pair of scissors.
She just looked kind of Snow Whitey.
Wolf's belly.
She's been here since she was 8 years old.
That's when she was poisoned?
Yeah, swallowed bleach. Never figure out how she got her hands on the bottle.
God.
My wife found her, brought her to the ER. Here, and I was on call.
Your wife was that Callie's stepmother?
Actually, yes. How'd you know that?
Oh, so she poisoned her.
Yes.
Or tried to kill her. Oh, God.
Julie was the only mother that Callie ever knew.
I'm gonna go stop the big bad wolf. Which is the weirdest thing I've ever said.
I apologise if my reaction's not been the most upbeat this last half. It really wound me up, that comment. I get enough homophobic comments on here, so enough time being the butt of a joke in life that I just didn't want it from the show. Like, I knew people said various comments about it at times, but I don't know. It just upset me, to be fair.
Hey, Grandma.
Bye.
Doctor, your wife poisoned Callie.
Pretty much.
Why would you say something so horrible to me?
Because I need your help. Your daughter, Callie, is still here. She's a spirit.
Have you seen her?
So you've seen her too.
Okay.
You okay?
Is it true?
Poor girl.
So sorry, baby.
So she's gonna wake up after this, or she's gonna die.
But listen to me.
Like, she's stuck around enough to finally
Okay?
tell them the truth.
You're hurting people. I know everything now. It's time for you to let go. It's time for me to let you go.
It's the right thing to do, unfortunately.
Whoa, stop! Whoa, stop! Whoa!
Where are you going, Sam? Sam? What are you doing? You doing something with Ruby? Oh, Crossroads Demon. Oh, God.
Well, little Sammy Winchester. I'm touched. I mean, your brother's been to see me twice, but you...
She's always in a different body, isn't she?
never had the pleasure. Where did you get that? Ruby. Had to be. She is such a pain in my ass.
Okay.
Should know what's coming to her. All this tough talk.
I do love the Crossroads
I have
Demon.
to
I like her
admit,
attitude.
It's not very convincing. I mean, come on, Sam. Do you even want to break the deal? You're here, going through the motions. But truth is, you'll be a tiny bit relieved when he's gone.
Shut up.
No more desperate, sloppy, needy Dean. You can finally be free.
I said, shut up.
I mean, she's not wrong, but I have a feeling he's gonna shoot her.
If you're gone, so's the deal.
Guess again.
That was too easy, Sam, obviously.
I'm just a saleswoman. I got a boss like everybody. He holds
There's a contract somewhere.
not me. He wants Dean's soul bad, and believe me, he's not gonna let it go.
Who holds the contract?
He's not as cuddly as me, I can tell you that.
Who is it?
I want to meet him.
I can't tell you.
Ooh,
Sorry,
spooky.
Sam. There's no way out of this one.
I like her. I had a feeling he was going to kill her because he's going down this, like, just got everything down path. But I really like the Crossroad team, and so are we going to meet the boss now? Does a new one take her place? Damn. Okay, so I want to get like the depressing part of the conversation out of the way. Just to explain why I talked about it on my full-length reaction over on Patreon as I was watching it, but I don't know what I've cut out for YouTube. But if my last half of the reaction was not as positive as the first half was, Dean's comment when he said to Sam, "Could you be any more gay?" kind of really upset me and bothered me. And I know to most of the people watching, it will just be a harmless throwaway joke that didn't really mean anything, and I know that's what it was meant to be. But as someone who is gay, and has spent their life being the butt of a joke, having to fight for normality, equality, to not be seen as less than other people. I mean, gay marriage is only a thing of recent years, still in a lot of places. It's illegal. It's illegal to be gay in some countries, and I know I'm reading a lot into one little comment. I am, but it bothered me. I get homophobic comments every now and again on YouTube, and they don't bother me because it's just whatever. You don't know me, you don't affect me. I just delete the comment if YouTube haven't deleted it already. Most of the time, YouTube gets to it already because they use offensive words and stuff. That's fine. I mean, even Facebook still on random groups when I comment on things, I'll get homophobic abuse and stuff back. And I know that this show I've been told by some commenters that it's not the most inclusive show at times, and I've seen articles over the years, and I saw one when the final season was airing about how Supernatural joins the list of all the shows that bury their gays, and so I presume there's a gay character at some point who gets killed off. But it really affected me because it was just unnecessary, and I know it was like 12 years ago, 13 years ago, maybe more. And so we've grown a lot in those past decade and stuff. And so I shouldn't judge it against feelings now. But I guess from a character like Dean, who everyone says is the favourite, but who does make sexist comments at times that I don't particularly like. He makes comment about women. He made one last episode that I thought was gross. And then made what is a homophobic comment, whether you like it or not. It bothered me. But I don't want to get too much into it. But that's just why my last half of the action was a little less. It just affected me a little bit. Like the gay comment in... I can't remember which episode it was. There was one with a little kid, I think it was season 1, about 2 queens at the motel. I didn't like that either. Yeah, it just put a sour taste in my mouth. But other than that, the episode was a really good episode. So I apologise if I kind of took a little bit of a turn partway through. But the actual episode itself I really enjoyed. I like the fairy tale storyline, the fact that these deaths were happening based on fairy tales with 3 little pigs at the beginning, which I didn't really pick up on. Hansel and Gretel, which I kind of started to put the pieces together then, with the frogs being everywhere, or the toads, I think they were frogs, and then how there was Snow White and Cinderella. I really liked how that was interpreted for a real life murder, and how it wasn't like done in a funny way, it was done in like a really serious, there's 3 people get ripped apart by a wolf creature, or there's a woman who's held hostage by a stepmother, that kind of stuff. And I enjoyed the fairy tale aspect and how it all linked back to the fact that this girl who was beautiful like Snow White, had fair skin, black hair, was poisoned by her stepmother. And I thought that link was really exciting and really interesting, and I enjoy that kind of stuff. I like the links to fairy tales, the stories that we should all know, gay or not, we should all know fairy tales. They're so prevalent in society. Disney movies, read them as a kid. I'm guessing these weren't, but they're just so well known that you would assume that everybody knows it, regardless of their sexuality. The ending was a really good ending with the Crossroads Demon. I'm sad to see her die, because even though she was a different actress every time, there was the attitude that she always gave off, which I loved. She's one of my favourite demons of the show so far. Yellow Eyes and the Crossroads Demon, because of their attitudes. She was always really flirty and kind of like cocky, but in a likeable way. And it's sad to see her die. Look, kind of the way Sam was going, like with the demons last episode, with the whole kind of like not shoot first, ask questions later. I mean, that was what happened last time, but kind of gunning down all the demons. I kind of had a feeling that she was going to die, but it was sad to see her go. But obviously, we have left with a couple of questions now. One, that she knew it was Ruby about the cult, because that must mean that Ruby is well known amongst demons for some reason, and it sounds like not a good reason. It does leave some sort of credence towards my theory that maybe Ruby is alone in that she has got her own agenda that's not working with demons, and obviously the other demons know who she is, and that it was her behind it. So that was interesting. But also that she talks about the fact that she has a boss, and even though she dies, her contract is still with the boss. And it kind of had it was pretty obvious to me that you kill the Crossroads demon, the deal would just go away, because Dean would have just done that. You know, like it's too easy. So there's a contract somewhere. I can't imagine it's a physical contract, but maybe it is. You know, it's Supernatural like to do weird things. Maybe there is an actual physical paper contract somewhere with Dean's, deal in it. Who's the boss? I can't imagine it to be like Lucifer. But I don't know who could be. It could be really exciting. How we find out soon. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed this episode. One or two lines aside that really bothered me. I mean, I know, like I said, I know a lot of people won't care. I know that. But from someone who had to deal with that a lot, it isn't nice to hear. And, it's a shame because it was in a really good episode. And this is the kind of stuff that I love, like when they interpret well-known stories or fairy tales or children's nightmares come to life. I really enjoy that kind of storyline. And so it was a shame that kind of detracted a little bit for me. So I'll try and judge the episode when I do that ranking at the end of the season against the episode itself rather than that topic. But the fairy tale stuff was brilliant and the ending was really good. So I am looking forward to seeing what happens in the future with the Crossroads Demon and the deal with Dean. Yeah, let me know down below what you think, guys, and if you enjoyed this episode and this reaction. And I just apologise again if it's not taking the turn that you wanted it to. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, my name is Scott. I hope you guys are well, taking care of yourselves and staying safe. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know down below what you think. Subscribe for the rest of Series 3 Supernatural, and there's a Patreon link down below if you want to watch the full reaction to this episode as well as the next few. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon for the next episode of Supernatural. Bye, guys.